St. Martin, our people, we have to work together, so moving forward.
You just need to get back to basics, and from there you could see everything.
Do not settle for less in life. And entrepreneurship is the best way to go. Working for yourself is absolutely 2 thumbs up. Good afternoon, St. Martin. How you doing? And good morning, good evening to the rest of the SOS family all around the world. Welcome to your program, Strictly Business, with your host, Mr. Brian Barry. Call up a friend, call up a family member and tell them, listen, the program is on. So tune in to SOS Radio 95.9 FM right now for another interesting and great program. Before we begin, let's shout out to all our amazing sponsors. We like to thank the St. Martin Harbor Holding Company. By now, go and visit the Walter Plan Square in downtown Phillipsburg. Go there. It's a great atmosphere. You get some lunch and you just enjoy with some family and friends and grab a nice drink. Also, we like to thank GEBE, our water and electricity company. GB, as always, we thank you so much for your continued support. We also have the Jerky's Tiki Hut on the Illage Road, right next to Aki Supermarket. And also there's another Jerky's by Beach Plaza Casino. By the Jerky's, you can get some delicious jerk chicken, some jerk ribs, and of course, just enjoy the company with some good friends. Also, we have Aki Supermarket. For all your grocery needs, you go and visit Aki Supermarket today. Also, we like to thank the St. Martin International Guest House. If you're not here already on the island or you come in, you need a great spot to stay to enjoy the carnival that we have going on, there's still some time. Give them a call at 588-1216. That's the St. Martin International Guest House. Give them a call today at 588-1216. Also, Bold Chance, if you're looking for all your electronic needs, you're looking for some flat screen TVs, DVD players, go and visit the Bold Chance. You need a new cellular phone as well. Bold Chance has what you need right there on the front street. Also, we like to thank the Video Block Entertainment Store for all your DVDs, movies needs. Think movies, think Video Block. You get them on DVDs or USB or hard drive. Also, if you need some PS4 games, PS3 games, Xbox games, guess what? The Video Block has what you need as well. Give them a call at 590-873325. That's the Video Block in French Quarter. Thank you so much for all our amazing sponsors. Now, before we get into the program, the topic today, I have a quick announcement I would like to make. Very important. I had about two customers that came at the DVD store in French Quarter, so they're concerned residents of French Quarter, and they asked me if I know about the situation there on the main road, right opposite next to Menga Bar on the main road where we have the sidewalk. They say during the week, and sometimes even on the weekend, but of course during the week is very important, that these buses, they have it like a terminal now. They tend to go and park up on the curb, park up on the sidewalk. You understand? Now, if the buses are parked there, all lined up on the sidewalk, guess what? When the children now are walking to school, the children now can't walk on the sidewalk and the children has to walk in the road. So I'm pleading to all the bus drivers that do this, please put that to a stop, because we don't want an accident to happen and then the government decides to do something about it. If you guys need a terminal, a bus terminal or something that you want to wait for your passengers to come, early in the morning or whatnot, find somewhere else to go, because you're hampering and you're putting the children of a lot of families in danger and in jeopardy. We don't want to see the children having to maneuver, walk in the road when we have a good sidewalk right there, but the sidewalk is being utilized by the buses. So all bus drivers, if you're listening, or if someone is listening and they see that happening, it's your duty as a community to keep our children safe. So tell those buses or those bus drivers in a nice, polite manner, that listen here, you can't stay there too long, or you can't park there because, we have children, a lot of children in French Quarter that be walking the road, going to school, and you don't want them walking on the road. All right, so that's our important announcement for today. Thank you so much. Let's dive right into the program. And on that topic right there, I would like today's program to talk about profanity. Profanity, bad language. What is profanity? Profanity is socially offensive language, which may also be called bad language, strong language, coarse language, foul language, bad words, vulgar language, lewd language, dubious language, scandalous language. You know, the use of such language is called swearing, cursing, or in Samantha we say cussing. As you can see, there's so many different explanations of profanity. And that's why, you know, it's not socially accepted in the public. I mean, just look here on the radio, you know, every song that they play on the radio has to be the clean version. Why? Because it's in the airwaves, it's public, you know, children are there, children are listening to the radio, and you don't want to have profanity on the radio and on the airwaves. As you can see recently, you know, the show that we had, the Youth Extravaganza show, you know, now it's a big thing. Oh my goodness, the youths are cursing, the youths are swearing. Only now we realize that. You know, there's decades the youths have been going astray, and they've been using profanity in the midst of their parents, in the midst of adults, which is totally unacceptable. But of course, the adults, we have a very, very strong role to play with all that is concerned. Let's continue. So swearing, curse words, whatever you want to call them, are one of the foundations of what? Of rap and hip hop and dancehall music. You know, that's the foundation of swearing. Whether for flow, whether for emotive purposes, or simply to contrary and to sound ridiculous, its usage is too prevalent. Its usage is so prevalent, we have become somewhat numb to hearing it in our music. We have become numb to hearing it in our conversations. You know, the F-bomb, as we call it, the F-bomb, the big F word, has become like a verb, like an adjective now. So loosely used by people in a simple conversation, in a simple greeting, a simple 2-minute story. You have to hear the F-bomb loosely, you know, left, right, center, which is totally unacceptable. You know, we've become a society that now, even in the midst of children, you hear adults swearing. Just recently, I believe it was Thursday afternoon, I decided, okay, let me go in the village and let me grab a bite to eat, let me get some food. On entering, you know, there's some booths closed, some booths open. I went to this booth that they have some nice chicken satay, some Johnny cakes. And while I'm there waiting, you know, when I walk in, there's on the table, there's a family sitting there. You have the mother, I presume, and some small children around, maybe 10, 12, 9, you know, they're sitting there, they're eating their lunch. And at the same time, you have some other people who are there at the bar, and they're buying drinks. And you can see there's 2 guys and they're drunk. Listen, they're drunk. That's just after Juve. And they're drunk. And they literally start to swear, you know, F-bomb this and that and that and that. Now, there's children in the midst. What I was pleased to see, listeners, is that the booth holder, the lady who was there serving and the lady who was there, you know, helping people getting the satay ready and whatnot, this lady decided, hey, guys, listen, not around here. You'll see there's a family, there's children there sitting, you know, and please, no F-bombs, no swearing right here. Now the guys are, oh, okay, sorry. Now what made me laugh is one of them turned to the other guy and they watched the lady and they said, man, these Christian children? I laughed to myself. I mean, you don't have to be Christian children or Christian people not to be swearing. It's just in public, have some decency, have some kind of respect. You know, you're not home in your bedroom, you're not you know, in private, where you can just drop F-bombs left, right, and center and say what you want and people around, children around. We have become a society that we start to accept that. You know why it's becoming more and more tolerable? Because nobody is saying anything about it. Nobody wants to tell the children anything. I'm my child. You know, nobody wants to tell the adult anything. Hey, there's children around here. But I applaud that lady today. You know, I watched her and I smiled because that was wonderful. That's what we have to do as a community. Hold each other accountable. You know, so that's beautiful. You know, I want the community of St. Martin and the people around the world that's listening, you know, have some type of pride. Let's go back to the days. Okay, yes, we know profanity exists for generations, for decades. It's out there. Rap music for generations. You know, I grew up listening to Ludacris, DMX, Tupac, Biggie, all these guys, and listen what? Had on my headphones and whatnot, and they blasting F-words and this, and they calling women all kinds of names, and bam, bam, bam. You name it. I've been listening to that for generations. Today I'm, what, 36 years old. Nothing has changed. They're still swearing and whatnot. But listen, you can ask any of my friends. You can ask the people around me. I'm a respectable man. You won't hear me swearing, period. Listen, I ain't saying, listen, don't swear, you know. You mean you're your own person, freedom of speech. I'm not saying, listen, don't swear, period. But if you want to swear, you want to drop F-bombs, listen, not around the family, not around the children, not around the late ones, because they're the ones that are listening. I think for me, a major part in my life why I didn't swear, listen, I never hear my father swearing, never hear my mother swearing, never hear my grandmother swearing, you know. And me being the second of 6 children, I'm the second oldest. I had some brothers looking up to me, sisters looking up to me. You understand? And they mimicking, they do what I do. They want to go where I go. You know, they want to watch what I watch and whatnot. Listen, I would always say, listen, we hearing this, we listening to this F that, but listen to the radio. That's a clean version. You won't hear me repeating no F-bombs, period. In any conversation, I ain't swearing, I ain't got to get on like that. You see, our society, the children of today, they seem to like want to fit in. They want to fit in here, they want to fit in here. Everybody want to be acceptable. Listen, be yourself. Learn to be yourself. You could be around friends who are swearing. You could be around friends who are drinking. You know, a lot of times we grow up hearing, okay, watch the company you keep, da. But listen, that ain't go for everybody. If you got a strong mindset, I don't care who you hang around with. I hang around guys who smoke weed. I hang around guys who do all kind of things. But that don't mean I have to do it. That don't mean you have to do it. Be that individual. Your mother make you by yourself. You understand? Be that individual that, listen here, I ain't got to swear to be cool. I ain't got to smoke to be cool. I ain't got to drink to be cool. Hang around whoever, that's their choice who want to do it. So to this day and age, my brothers and them, my sisters, never hear me swearing. I don't know if they change, you know, they're all grown up adults now. If they want to drop an F-bomb, that's their prerogative. But for me, you won't hear that. You know, and I try to teach my son that same thing. You know, but I noticed when I had my son with me, we're driving in the Jeep, and the music I was playing, okay, if it's not on the radio, I'm playing CDs, I'm playing music that I have for myself. And I'm playing rap music, and there's a lot of swearing here and now and again, F-bomb, so man, let me change that song. Put on the next song. Next track come on, sooner or later another F-bomb here, let me switch that song. So after a while I get tired of switching, I said, mama, every rap song I have here got swearing. But for me being the person that I am, I know I don't repeat this type of thing. So I hearing it go in one ear, out the next. It can't bother me. Doesn't bother me, period. I don't repeat it. But now for my son, you know, I don't want him going on and say, okay, when I drive him with daddy, that was daddy playing. So recently when he listening to his music on his phone and whatnot with the earphone, hey, what are you listening to? And I listen to the song. And you're hearing a little bad words in it now. So listen here, don't let me ever hear you swearing, huh? Because you don't hear that coming out of my mouth. You don't hear that coming out of your mother's mouth. And a matter of fact, listen, don't listen to them songs. You want to listen to the radio, listen to the clean versions. But we have to watch our children because what they go on YouTube. They go on YouTube, and on YouTube they have the dirty version. The dirty version is there, and then, you know, they're hearing the F this and they're hearing the calling the women all kind of names. And that's what the late children of today, 9, 10, 11, 12, they go around repeating. They don't know no better. Most recently, couple, maybe last year, you hear the song, I'm in love with the Coco. How much late children I hear? 6, 7, 8. They singing that song like it's an anthem. Because that's the popular thing that they're hearing. You understand? I mean, it's not that bad, not dirty, but for us as grown adults, we know what they were talking about. But for the children to be partying and carrying on about that, we're like, come on, man, come on. Somebody got to teach them like this thing. Okay, that ain't really acceptable. You know, but we're glad that most songs, most trends, they don't stay too long. You know, the next song will kick in, and the next song will kick in. So more or less, they're going to forget about that, and they move on to the next song and the next song. But we as adults have to be very, very responsible. Watch what you say around children, man. And like I say, Brian is not here telling you do not curse. Brian is not telling you don't swear. But anytime you see late children around, hold your words. Hold your words. Be respectable. Show some type of respect for the surroundings that you have. You know, I take that to heart. And especially around me, listen, you come to my DVD store or whatnot, you don't be swearing, no busting no bad words all inside. No, go outside of that. Go outside of that. You're buying or you don't buying or whatever, go outside. Outside you say what you want. Especially, come on, man, children are wrong. But we as a society, again, I say we become numb to it. It's a conversation. F this, F that. Fella just hailing me up now, 5 seconds. He throwing like F for some reason. I have no idea. And I just laugh to myself. Sit down talking with friends. Listen, over and over. F this, F that. Late children around. In my head, I'd be saying, Lord of mercy. What going on? You can't speak without cussing. but it's ridiculous. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so what happens when you've grown up? You got a mortgage, you have a wife, you have 2 children. What do you play? Like I was just saying, what do you play when little Johnny, your son, 13 years birthday party? When you grow up, you yourself grew up blasting the Lil Wayne, the Tupacs and whatnot, out your bedroom window, loud, in your car, loud for everybody to hear. So now, little Johnny wants to do just like daddy. Exactly again. Little Johnny watching mommy, little Johnny watching daddy. Want to do what we do. So very important to remember is children don't do as you say. They mostly do as you do. Don't smoke, but daddy smoking. Okay, when I get old, I'm gonna smoke. Don't drink, but daddy drinking. They watching what you do. You have to be that example, period. Okay, period. You have to be that example. So we as parents are responsible for the image we portray to our society and to our family today, people. And that's real talk. So profanity didn't start today or yesterday. Duh, we all know that. It has been around for generations. You know? So you have no excuses. I mean, the young parents today, come on, man. Down your sister. That's your daughter. Fellas, down your son. That's your son. Down your brother. But they're so young that they still partying. They're still doing all kind of vulgar thing. And what? The child see what mommy doing, what mommy saying, how mommy getting on. The child wants to do that as well. But this goes especially to women. Women, come on, I'm speaking to you today. Come on. You're a beautiful young woman. You know, whatever age you may be. Anytime you dare speaking curse words, cussing and F-bomb this and that kind of stuff you're carrying out with because this girl step on your toe or this girl do this, that, she check your boyfriend, whatever. You're looking horrible, you're sounding horrible. Period. I mean, society now, men and we watch you, they ain't saying nothing, but come on, you're looking ugly. It makes a woman today, a lady, it makes you look ugly. You sound ugly. Me growing up, I was never attracted to that. The woman could be the most prettiest person, beautiful body and whatnot. The time from once I hear she opened her mouth and all kind of F-bomb and how she carrying on, listen, that turns me off. Forget it, you know. Forget it, period. Because in a relationship with that person, for sure she won't drop some F-bombs on me for whatever reason. And that's not the type of conversation I want to be having in my daily routine anyhow. You understand? So that's the type of mindset that I have. You want to keep those type of negative aspects and people from around you. You know, you're going to have one or two, but still, you be responsible and say, listen here. We having a regular conversation. I know you're upset or whatever, but listen, hold it down. Tone it down a bit. I understand what happened, but tone it down a bit, especially children around. We don't have to carry on that type of way. All right? Period. So every single parent from today and moving forward, hearing my voice, should keenly watch what they say and do around their families. Don't tell me times have changed. We as adults, we've been there, done that. The rap music was bad then, it's bad now, it's worse now. You understand? We hearing what's going on. But teach your children, listen, I want you on YouTube playing that mess. Listen to the radio, hear the clean version, Don't be repeating all that type of stuff, especially if you're hearing daddy saying that, you're hearing mommy saying that. Okay? Here's my quick substitutes for curse words. You know, me growing up, I know my brothers, my sisters listening now, they go laugh because they know that's me. You know, instead of dropping the F-bomb, we all get vexed. But instead of dropping the F-bomb or the S or whatever you want to say, I used to make up words, you know, like snap. S-N-A-P. Snap, you know, you're snapping your fingers. So when something bad happened, I want to say something vexed. I used to say like, oh snap, but you so stupid. So I ain't running no F-bomb. You know, oh snap, you just see what happened? That sounds cool. So even for my parents, they never hear me effing here, none of that stuff. It was oh snap, you see that? You know, and we laugh about it. And then I even had others I used to throw in, I used to say flip, you know, you're flipping back when you're young, you used to want to go on the beach flipping and stuff like that. For me that was cool, so I used to say, listen, you two flipping smart, flipping, you know? You're flipping talking about this, you're talking about that. So I used to substitute those bad words that you're hearing that is unacceptable because I get vexed at times too. We all do, we all get angry. But find a substitute word, you know. Listening to the sandbox, you just hear them sometimes saying, Hector or Thomas will be saying, oh la vache. You know, oh la vache. That's a type of change, again, a different word you want to use when you want to say something, you know, a like derogatory, oh la vache, oh gosh. Use different words, people. I mean, we Samantha, we are a small, beautiful society. We are paradise here. Everybody wants to be here. But don't allow people to come and bring their culture here and take over ours. Don't allow people to come and bring how they speak and how they carry on, whatever Caribbean country they come from, and allow us want to adapt to how they say things and how they do things. Samantha, we have our own twang, we say we own thing, you know, but don't leave the outside world determine how we react and how we want to fit in. We ain't got to fit in nowhere. We don't have to fit in. We are St. Martin, we are Dutch French side, we are a special country, and everybody wants to be here. Everybody and their grandmother wants to be here, period. We can't accommodate everybody. We know that. But when they come here, they need to respect us. You know, that goes to me saying about them bus drivers as well. Because many of them, as I know, many of them ain't St. Martiners. You understand? Many of them is from another country or whatnot. And you gonna tell me, listen, you parking up where you want, because the citizens who talk to me also say, listen, I talk to the bus driver, they tell me, they screw up their window, they moving and whatnot. That is unacceptable. I mean, 8 o'clock in the morning, that's when I still sleeping. So personally, I haven't seen it for myself. You know, going back to the same thing. But bus drivers, if you're out there, you're parking up on our sidewalks where our children have to walk when they go to school, listen, cut it out. Cut it out immediately. We don't want to see it. We don't tolerate it. You know, abide by the laws of the land. The sidewalk is there for people to walk. Occasionally, you want to stop. You don't have no bus stop. You want to stop, take on a passenger, let off a passenger. That's okay. You know, we tolerating that a little bit because you're holding up traffic all the time. But anyhow, put that to a stop. And I ain't speaking to just every and anybody, you know, because even my father is a bus driver. So if I see him doing something that I don't like, period, listen, daddy, I ain't care, you know, you can't be holding up traffic, or you can't be stopping here, you can't be doing that, put on your indicator, pull off on the side of the road, whatever it is, even though that dollar he used to be making used to feed me. You understand? But rule for one, rule for all. That's just how life is, you know? Most of the buses, why you think the back of the bus all mash up and dent up? Why? Most of the time. Majority of the time, because they stop by, they just pull up here, somebody hit behind them. So it's something happening, but they know once you hit up on the back, who wrong? Who wrong? Okay, so these are things that we got to think on. So stop trying to fit in with the thing and the in crowd. Be different and be unique. One rapper I truly respect growing up, who is very, very talented and very, very successful today, is Will Smith. Look at Will Smith, you understand? All that talent that he have, all that respect he have, the man never swear. All that rap songs and the man popular, make so much millions, the man never curse in his songs. So think about that, children, today. You could be unique. You can make it in the world being yourself. Alright, so we're going to close off here, and I want you all to listen to this old school song. Because we're in a paradise here, St. Martin is a paradise, I just reminisce on this song. This song's from 1995, I believe, when it came out. It's a one-hit wonder, but I know all the people out there who grew up 1995, 96, till now, whatnot. Listen, you reminisce on this song today, you're going to say, wow, wow, wow. These are the times that back then we still living in, you know, but you could be unique and whatnot. So remember, St. Martin, life is all about choices. So be careful what you choose and who you choose, because time waits on no one. I'm signing out till next time, but listen to this big tune. Strictly business.